अस्सलाम वालेकुम। विनोवर तुम दस सुने आ रहा है क्या शोएब? आवाज़ आ रही है? आवाज़ आ रही तो मैसेज करो। क्लियर आ रही है ना? एकदम क्लियर। Okay, I think time is 9:23. Shall we start or shall we wait for joining all? Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Just all of you keep your notes open, please. Take out your notes. Take out your notes, please. I think all of you listening me. Just take out your notes. Then we will go one by one. Keep open your notes. Then we will start. Only 5 minutes is there. I hope all are joining. Shall we start or shall we wait for another 4 minutes? Because we informed the time 9:30. We given actual time 9:30. But everything you can point means you note all the points, please. At the same time, you keep a rough notebook with you, because whatever I am going to say now, all those things are very important. Technical point of view, we don't know how they will be asked, but I will tell you the model, in which model they will ask, and I will give some technical hints. You can note down. Shall we start? Okay, then just please open the unit 1. In the unit 1, generally based on your syllabus copy also in front of me. Just history development of medicinal chemistry. I don't think this is that much important, but he might be asked also. What you have to do means just remember the 10 to 12 years names. Years names means when they discovered, what they discovered. For example, we might be know especially sulfonamides when they discovered, and like other drugs, antibiotics when they discovered. Just remember the years and what they discovered in that particular years, 10 to 12 approximately. But yeah, in my sense I don't think this is that much important, but we cannot take the risk. Just we'll remember just 10 to 12 names, it is more than enough, I think so. Now we'll go for the important topic, that is physico-chemical properties related to biological activity. Just see this, in this case headings are much important, much more important. If it possible you can note down. Headings are very very important, and already I told you what should you have to be write in the heading specially. Like one by one parameter we will discuss in the physico-chemical properties. The first parameter is the solubility. I hope everyone you can see this. In case of solubility, we might be know, already I told solubility increases, lipid solubility increases, penetration power will be increases, and biological activity also increases. And this example what I given one example to you. You might be see this example. Just remember that structure and note down which is the lipophilic group and which are the hydrophilic group in this structure. That is more than enough. No need to prepare more than this. What you have to prepare? Solubility. Solubility increases, lipid solubility, and then penetration power increases, means easily cross the blood brain barrier, and biological activity also increases. This is about the solubility, that first parameter. When it comes to the partition coefficiency, already I had given one formula. Partition coefficiency is equal to log P, that is drug in octanol, drug in water, and give one example. That example already I given you. Ether, chloroform and halothane. I think you might be observing your notes. Just type it yes if you are observing means. Ether, chloroform and halothane. Is it true? Did you see that? For the ether 0.98 log P value, for chloroform 1.97, halothane 2.3. Give this example and one graph also I given along with that. It means what? Lipid solubility increases, the biological activity, the anesthetic property, it is going to be increases. This much enough. What you are doing means you are by hearting point to point. All those things are not required. I hope you might be remember this. All those things are not required. Just what I am saying now, just remember that. That is more than enough. In case of log P value, what I told, just log P value, what it is relationship it will be have with the biological activity. Means log P value increases, biological activity increases, because penetration power also going to increases. This much is enough. Okay, and graph of that. I told the graph. The graph is very very important, because I given that graph. Just one second. is good. That graph, anesthetic activity increases, biological activity also increases from ether to halogen. You know number of examples also, because we discuss even general anesthetics. This is about the log P value, that is the lipid solubility. Second parameter, what I told, that second parameter in the physicochemical properties, partition efficiency. That we know the definition for the partition coefficiency, the distribution of the drug in the two phases. One is called as the organic phase, another one is called as the aqueous phase. Then after that, this example, anesthetic means this anesthetic drugs examples, then graph. I think more than enough. I hope this parameter is over for you. This much is enough, okay? Don't write lengthy things, because the intention is that in this case you might be know what relationship it will be have with the biological activity. That only they are going to be asked. In that different methods are there, like chromatographic methods are there, RF value is there, all those things. Along with I given some structures also with the log P value. I don't think these are important, but sometimes you might be know they will be asked for the 5 marks. At that time all these details it is required, otherwise these details are not required. But generally at the last, remember the applications of this. Factors affecting, I don't think that much important. Okay. Next, third one is the hydrogen bonding. Just go for the hydrogen bonding. In case of hydrogen bonding, I given one example for you. Just remember that example. That is salicylic acid. Did you see that example in your notes? Please check your notes. Salicylic acid. It is intermolecular and intramolecular. Can you see this? You have the notes. Salicylic acid. Is it yes? Do you observing or not? Somebody please say yes. Okay, in that I told that intermolecular, intramolecular. Intramolecular means within the same molecule. Intermolecular means in between the two salicylic acid molecules. In that case, we observed that when it will be having the intramolecular, antibacterial effect will be there. Intermolecular, no antibacterial effect. This is only one example is enough for this one. I hope you are getting my point, what exactly I am saying. Only this example is enough, that is the salicylic acid. Okay, another example also there, antipyrine I given, that is another example. Because why I am saying salicylic acid means everyone you can remember this easily, salicylic acid means. Then we might be know if it is difficult, sometimes antipyrine it is there in the syllabus, that also you can remember. Okay, these two examples it is going to be tell about the what hydrogen bonding having the effect on the biological activity. All of you get this? Shall we move for next parameter? Next parameter, I think it is the chelation or complexation. Is it true? Yes or not? Yes, it is the chelation. In that case, chelation, I given one example that we might be know complex drug molecules. Already I told you it is very difficult to cross the blood-brain barrier at that time when they form the complex with the other complexing agents. I hope you might be got with other complexing agents. Okay, complexing agents means like EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraestate, or dimercaprol with the arsenic. Okay, all these things I have given the example, like quinoline also. For example, better to be write that 8-hydroxyquinoline, because you might be know 8-hydroxyquinoline it form the complex with the ferrous That will shows the antibacterial effect, what we studied that. Then just remember that hydrogen bonding we finish, and complexing also we finish. Then next, another example I given, I think so. In this case, complexing agent phenobarbital. But any one example you remember. All these examples are not required, but any one example, because this is, they won't ask for the separately this one complexing, this parameter. They never be asked, I think so. Just remember one example, it is more than enough. Otherwise you can remember that example, phenobarbital. You might be know phenobarbital, biological activity, what it will be have. After binding with the polyethylene glycol, that will be biologically inactive. Phenobarbital. If you remember this example, phenobarbital, you know the structure, everyone. If it possible, in the complexing agent, you remember this. With the polyethylene glycol. I think better to be remember this. Because already you are practicing structure, that's why it is better. This is my idea. Next we'll go for the ionization. We might be know in the ionization, one word you have to be remember in the one word. The ionized drug, when it will be ionized, we might be know that one. The water solubility increasing. Water solubility increasing means they cannot cross the blood-brain barrier. That's about the ionization. That's all. Ionized form of the drug cannot cross the blood-brain barrier. Cannot cross, we cannot say. It is difficult to cross. It's enough, or you will be right more than this. Ionization of the drug. It is more than enough. Unionized form of the drugs, easily they are going to be cross the blood-brain barrier. For this I given the example barbituric acid and phenobarbital. See, same example it is coming. Barbituric acid and phenobarbital. Easy to write. Barbituric acid, already I told you, it is the ionizer, means that it is more acidic, the drug particularly. The acidic form of the drug means it is easily undergo the ionization. That's why the substituted barbiturates, they are easily crossing the blood-brain barrier. I hope you might be remember. This example is more than enough. When it comes to the redox potential, you might be know some potential energy it will be required. At that particular energy only they are active. For riboflavin minus 0.185 volts. For riboflavin analogs 0.095 volts. Just remember, they are crossing means due to this potential only. That's all. Nothing is more than that. Just write this example. Then we might be know surface activity. Especially it is just remember that in case of surface activity, that surface activity always the surface area it will be increases, means we might be know the capability of the binding with the receptor, it is going to be increases. I hope you might be noting down this one. Surface area increases particularly, then that focus outside of that molecule, it is going to be increases. That's why it is going to be bind with the more and more receptors. That is another thing. Then more receptor it is binding means surface area will be increases, means we might be know biological activity also it is increasing. Okay. That's about this protein binding. No need to say this about the protein binding. I told about the protein binding. The how much well the drug it will be bind with the protein, that much the biological activity it is going to be increases. Is it yes or no? How much will bind, that much biological activity will be increasing. Is it true? No response from you. Okay. Late response. Binding increases, biological activity increases. Remember that. Okay. That's more than enough. Give one example. I given one structure. For example, epinephrine and other structure also I given. Okay. In that case, you might be seeing that 3 points binding, 2 points binding. I given one example. Just remember that. But all these things, when they will be asked for the 10 marks, just write one example, it is more than enough. When they will be asked individually, then only you require all these factor affecting on protein binding, so and so, blah. When they will be asked for the individual, when they will be asked only one parameter, there are no chances are there for that. If they are asking individually, means that is only for 2 marks they are asking. 2 marks also, one example is enough. That's why don't be involved very deeper about this biological activity, physical chemical properties related to biological activity. Point to point. Protein binding, what it will be do with the biological activity, more than enough. Then the isosters, best example I given, thiopental and phenobarbital. See here also same example. Thiopental ultra short acting, you might be seen, no? Ultra short acting, is it yes or not? Ultra short acting. It means what? Ultra short acting means. Just what is the difference there? Thiopental, only sulfur. In place of oxygen, we are substituting with the sulfur. Sulfur means it is more. What it is going to be increases? Log P value will be increases more and more. That is the reason. Isosters, oxygen we can replace with the sulfur. Isoster means what? Both they will be having the same valence. Both they will be look the same, look like same. Look like same means oxygen also have the valency too, sulfur also having the valence. Means electrically both they are same, this group. That's why we can see the same valence group, same isosters, we are getting the more activity. That one thing. Okay, that's more than enough. That's why I'm repeatedly I am saying that please same type of example if you will be practice, means it is easy for you for your preparations. That classification of bioisoters, they will be asked for the 2 marks. Remember this classification of bioisoters. This question there will be the more chances, especially log P value, this bioisoters, these two. Because some of them they will be have the deeper knowledge, means they will be asked the classification of the bioisoters, univalent, bivalent, trivalent, tetravalent, all those things. Okay, with one example you remember if possible. Then optical isomerism, I given one example. This one we will be know very well. Optical isomerism. Sometimes R form of the drug will be more active when compared to the S form. Sometimes S form of the drug is more active than the R form, because the structural arrangement is like that. In that case, just remember the example for this. I showed that example. Especially in this case, in one structure 2 points are binding, another structure 3 points are binding. We know that in which 3 points are binding, that is more active. Especially I give an example, epinephrine. In the R epinephrine 3 points, S epinephrine 2 points going to be bind. Another one is the geometrical isomers. All these are the isomers only. Especially trans diethyl stilbestrol. Trans and cis. Stilbestrol, I am saying about only stilbestrol. This example is enough for the geometrical isomers. There are more examples you can write about the isomers, but if it is required all those things, means I will say no. But sometimes, because if you know more also, the answer very difficult, because you can consume more time. Long question means how much time we have to take? 20 to 25 minutes. It is more than enough. If it is 10 marks means But for you, I think it is the 7 marks they are giving or 10 marks. Can you type anyone? 2 marks, I know that. Another one is the 7 marks and 10 marks. 3 bits are there. Okay, 10 marks. Yeah, in case of the 10 marks, I think 5 questions they will give 10 marks. Yeah. At that time, in the drug metabolism, just to give one example. Aspirin hydrolyzed to salicylic acid, and acetic acid. And salicylic acid easily excreted out when compared to the aspirin. When they will be asked for the 2 marks, this is enough. Drug metabolism with one example. If they will ask for the 2 marks. What is drug metabolism? Write the definition and give this example. It is more than enough. If it possible, write 2 types of drug metabolism, that is phase 1 and phase 2. But this question, this topic, they have the chances to ask for even 10 marks also. They can ask for the 10 marks also. When they will be asked for the 10 marks, phase 1, phase 2. Remember the phase 1, oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis. Examples are very important, okay? Don't forget. I know that all of you writing very well examples. But once again I am repeating. Only the examples structure have to be speak. No writing. Writing part should be very less, remember. If you write half page without example, half page you are spending 10 minutes, there is no use. Just spend the 2 minutes, write one example, that will be the more useful than the 10 minutes. Which is better? Examples are better, okay? Don't be forgetting. And simple example only I given, diazepam. I hope you might be remember diazepam. It undergoes the conjugation specially. Diazepam conjugation also, oxidation also. For both the thing it will be working. Initially oxidation. It oxidizes at phenyl group at the para position. You can see phenyl group at the para position. OH. Okay. Then after that OH group, that hydrogen, it will be undergoes the conjugation. Just see that it is very easy. That is helpful for even oxidation also. That is helpful for the conjugation also. Remember. That's why this type of example you remember. Reduction, we know, very example, nitro group converted to the amine group. Hydrolysis also we know, aspirin converted to salicylic acid. General example also I given same, for the hydrolysis also I given same. Remember that. See, all of you listen carefully. Now you are listening me, everything means almost you will be 50% preparation is over. Yours. Only the thing you have to be practice. Phase 2 conjugation, just give the examples. Write it one by one. Glucuronic acid, glycine, all those things. Okay. I think this is about the drug metabolism. Factors affecting, they will be asked for the 2 marks. Most of the time they will be asked for 2 marks. If they ask for the 10 marks means that phase 1, phase 2, give few examples. Phase 1 you give all the examples, but phase 2 you choose any 2 or 3 parameters in that. Means like conjugation, methylation with the glucuronic acid and methylation, and as well as like the different examples I given in that. Acetylation, methylation, glutathione, glucuronic acid. This 2-3 you can write from this, more than enough. Factors, these are all sodi. Sodi means you can take age, we might be diet, all those things. Just explain it like your pharmaceutical jurisprudence or any other things. No need to give that much time for this one. In pregnancy, what happened? Enzyme induction, what happened? Enzyme inhibition, what happened? All these things will be comes into. Next topic, please. Next topic is drug acting on the autonomic nervous system. In that case, remember biosynthesis of the catecholamines is very important. Note down that. Which one? Biosynthesis of catecholamines. Go for receptors. Type of receptors also important, but you are studying in the pharmacology, that's why I am not repeating. Catecholamines. I hope you might be remember what it was. Biosynthesis of the catecholamines. In that case, biosynthesis of the catecholamines, it will start with the tyrosine. Remember that. Norepinephrine, dopamine, epinephrine, all those things. Remember that one. Okay. Catabolism, if you not remember also, sometimes it's okay. But if you remember one catabolism, that is norepinephrine, what exactly it is happening. Try for that. It will be better for you. Catabolism, norepinephrine converted to the, you might be know, monoamino oxidase, it will be converted to the aldehyde group, then the alcohol from both the sides. Otherwise, epinephrine, it will have only two steps. It will gives the vanillyl mandelic acid. Just remove the up to amine group, methyl amine group, just remove it. Then it will give the mandelic acid. That is more than enough one. Next, in case of adrenergic drugs, you can see, I think SAR is there, catecholamines. Is it SAR only? SAR already I explained about this one. Ring substitution, what happens, side chain, what happened in this case. Because you might be know, COMT enzyme, it will be very effective in this case, especially on the catechol. We know that catechol. They are in the catechol form. COMT enzyme will be effective. It will be activity. It is going to be decrease. It is break down that structure particularly. Then that's why we are preferring the non-catechol. I given the differences between the catechol and non-catechol also. If you see this, it is more than enough, this difference between the catechol and non-catechol. What happened exactly? Which one is more effective? Which one is less effective? Okay. Then amine group, primary amine or tertiary amine or secondary amine. In this case, primary and secondary amines are more effective. This SR, I know that you will write. I think then in case of that, adrenergic drugs, what is important means in that case, phenylephrine synthesis and salbutamol. You die or whatever you want to do. Okay. You are going to be practicing or any way, either way, this way, that way, or whatever it might be. I don't bother about that. But from this sympathomimetic agents, keep the syllabus copy in front of you and notebook also. In that, phenylephrine and salbutamol, these are very, very important, these two. For 2 marks also, for 5 marks also, as well as for 10 marks also. Okay. 10 marks means they will be asked the classification of the sympathomimetic agents, and they will be asked any 2 drugs which belongs to that class, write the synthesis. True drugs means star mark drugs only. Okay. In case of indirect acting agents, already I given ephedrine, that pseudoephedrine. Remember those differences. And I am not saying that other structures are not important. The structures are important. If you are preparing for the phenylephrine, dopamine, methyl dopa, all these things, all they are structurally similar. Which are structurally similar, remember those. Okay. Try to remember which are structurally similar. That is more than enough. Then alpha adrenergic blockers in that case. Mixed mechanism also, they will be they will ask for 2 marks, especially ephedrine. Just remember that ephedrine. Structure also remember, uses also in that case. Alpha adrenergic blockers, that's very important, is the tolazolin with a given structure also, synthesis also. Along with tolazolin, please remember the prazosin. Prazosin is very important. Okay, prazosin along with the tolazolin, these two, don't leave. Next we will go for the beta adrenergic blockers. Salbutamol is very important, remember, because that is using in case of asthma. Okay. Amphetamine, I think it is there in the syllabus or not, I don't know. Amphetamine, it is there? Maybe not there. Maybe other drugs are there like hydroxyamphetamine. Ephedrine, pseudoephedrine, please don't forget. They will be asked sometimes chemistry. We know that one is it is having the 1s, 2s, 1 or 2 are pseudoephedrine. Pseudoephedrine means stereochemistry will be same. Both are S, 1 and 2 position, or both are R, 1 and 2 position, pseudoephedrine. Ephedrine is not like that. One is S means one is R. Another one is R means another one is S. But pseudoephedrine, both are same. That is the difference, remember. Okay. I hope so. You will remember that. Then adrenergic blocking agents. These are very important, especially in this case. Remember the beta adrenergic blockers. I hope so. You might be beta adrenergic blockers. SCR of the beta adrenergic blockers also very important. If you remember that structure of propranolol and general structure also I given. If you remember those means it is more than enough for you. Beta blockers classification, you have to go, no need to go for the first generation, second and third generation. Just you go for the chemical classification like aryl oxy propanolamine, aryl oxy ethanolamine. Those things, it is more than enough. And this general structure you have to remember. Beta adrenergic blockers, very very important. Beta adrenergic blocker, general structure, very important. Don't forget that beta adrenergic blockers. Next, what is there? In that propranolol synthesis, you have to be prepared at any cost. Propranolol structure, you know, means easily you can write the etinolol, easily you can write the metoprolol. These three drugs also you can write. Then cholinergic drugs, in that case, you might be remember biosynthesis and catabolism, acetylcholine. Don't forget that acetylcholine, especially biosynthesis, along with the cholinergic receptors. Cholinergic receptors means we know na, two receptors are there. One is muscarinic, another one is the nicotinic. Just remember that. What effect muscarinic will we have? Muscarinic also again we have the 5 types: M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. Nicotinic we have the 2 types receptors. Okay, in that you have to be remember that adrenergic blockers already I told you. But acetylcholine, this remember, biosynthesis of acetylcholine. Then parasympathomimetic means what? They are the cholinergic drugs. Parasympathomimetic means cholinergic drugs. Don't be confused. In that direct acting is there. Direct acting, which one is there? Acetylcholine, carbachol, bethanacol, methacholine, pilocarpine. You know very well carbachol synthesis. Almost 90% students they wrote this carbachol synthesis without seeing. Yeah, you're good. Just practice it once. It is more than enough. And remember the pilocarpine structure in this. Acetylcholine anyhow you know, but the carbachol, pilocarpine. These two structures just try to be remember. In that case, indirect acting agents, cholinesterase inhibitors, reversible and irreversible. I given the separate classification for reversible also, irreversible also. I hope so. Is it true? I given separate or not? For reversible, examples are separate, different, and irreversible. అరే ఎవరైనా టైప్ చేసి సావంటారా నాయన. రివర్సిబుల్ ఇర్రివర్సిబుల్ రెండు ఇచ్చాను కదా విత్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. ఓకే okay. That remember that both in that case please don't forget that especially neostigmine, very important, neostigmine, along with this malathion, parathion. Try to remember this thing along with, in this case, 4 drugs I will tell you. Physostigmine, neostigmine. Both are almost same, physostigmine, neostigmine, with the little difference. That is one. Another one is the parathion, malathion. If you want to remember the structure means, otherwise your wish. Then cholinesterase reactivator, only one drug will be have, pralidoxime chloride. I don't think that is that much important, but still your wish. Cholinergic blocking agents. Now go for the cholinergic blocking means anticholinergic drugs. For that I give an example also, but remember these drugs which are belongs to the solaneous alkaloids, I given easy structures like atropine, hyoscine, scopolamine, ipratropium bromide, ipratropium. Everybody you are writing this synthesis. Don't forget this atropine, scopolamine and homatropine, all they are similar, ipratropium bromide. In this case you will be write 1 or 2 structure means easily you can write all 5 structures also. If you know atropine, the remaining easily you can write. I hope so. Next, synthetic cholinergic blocking agents will we have. In that case, dicyclamine hydrochloride, that is very very important. Remember that tricyclamine. Star mark compounds don't leave it, no need to be say again that one. But in that dicyclamine hydrochloride is very very important. Along with the procyclidine. These two only synthesis are there. Next, CNS drugs only we will be have. Benzodiazepine, you are very perfect in the SAR. Then diazepam structure also easily you can write. See, diazepam it is coming in the drug metabolism also, here also. If once you practice this one means both the places it is helpful. That's why I am pointing pointing toward this one more. Try to be the remember those examples which are coming repeatedly. ఏవైతే రిపీటెడ్గా వస్తున్నాయో వాటిని ఎక్కువ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. Here I can use Telugu, but some foreign students also there. That's why I am controlling myself. Benzodiazepine, okay. Diazepam synthesis already I given. If you want, you can see even in my YouTube channel also I given 2 types of synthesis for that one. One is the easy one, another one is little difficult. You got little difficult, but only the what it is case. Catalyst only the different in case of diazepam. In the class I given different catalyst, that is little difficult one. Here in the video I shown that very easy synthesis for this diazepam. Try to remember that. I don't know how many of you are seeing that videos, because I cannot force that. That is depends on you only. Before sleeping, no, you are watching reels, all those things. Instead of that, just you see that diazepam. But I don't know, your generation it is little different. Barbiturates, benzodiazepines, these are repeatedly they are coming in the other classes also, like antipsychotic. Just remember that in which antipsychotic drugs what are it will be there, and barbiturates in class of barbiturates where they are coming, and benzodiazepines where they are coming. Just remember this. Barbiturates SAR also I given. Phenobarbital, if you know the phenobarbital structure, you can write the barbituric acid structure: barbital, amobarbital, butabarbital, pentobarbital, secobarbital. All of you practicing, I think so. Only at the 5th position it will be have the difference. Otherwise entire structure it will look like the barbituric acid. Is it true or not? In this I think there is no problem for you. Is it? Glutathione, remember that example along with the triclophos sodium and paraldehyde. These 3 structures: glutathione, triclophos sodium, paraldehyde. Okay. In case of antipsychotic, that is phenothiazines. In that case, chlorpromazine, everyone you are writing chlorpromazine structure. That one drug it is more than enough in this case, but remember the even SR also. Okay. This thiohexane also remember. The structure of haloperidol. Thiohexane, note down please. Haloperidol also note down. That sulpiride if possible, but the haloperidol, that is more important than the other. Anticonvulsant, see barbiturates coming again. Barbiturates, same barbiturates you have to be right here, but hydentines you have to be prepared more in this case. Hydentines, oxazolidone diones. 3, 4 diones are there, no? Oxazolidone diones. And hydentines, phenytoin. All are you are writing that phenytoin synthesis well. Then succinamides, ethosuximide, that synthesis also, that basic structure for the SAR also. Don't forget that. In case of urea, monoacyl urea, carbamazepine. This is carbamazepine is enough. In case of succinamide, ethosuxinamide is enough. But methosuxinamide also you can remember, metha and phena. Because only at one position only, that position only, the structural variation is there in case of both. That's why 3 also you can remember. See, whenever you will be remember the structure like this, no? Don't forget to be right. Whatever the structures you know under that class, try to write all the structures if you don't ask also. For example, he will be asked only succinamides. For example, he might be 10 marks or 5 marks or 2 marks he might be asked. Ethosuxinamide you can write. Along with that, methaphena also write it. What will be happen? It will be good, give the good impression. No? That's my intention. Then general anesthetic you can see halothane is very important in this case. Very, very important. And try to remember the structure of even enflurane, sevoflurane also, because sometimes I saw that enflurane, sevoflurane they are asking. Dissociative anesthetic, that is very, very important. Ketamine hydrochloride, very important. Don't leave that one. That synthesis. Morphine SR, already I told you, morphine is very, very important. In that you have only the 2 synthesis. One is fentanyl citrate and methadone hydrochloride. Morphine in that diacetyl morphine, codeine, these things you have to be remember, because morphine, diacetyl morphine and heroin, it will be have the only minor difference. Structure is the same. Already all you are drawing those structures. Then see in that case, especially ultra short acting, then dissociative anesthetics I told, ketamine hydrochloride, ultra short acting barbiturate, methahexitol sodium. And remember thiopental sodium also, because thiopental sodium it is coming in the especially there bioisosters. Is it right or not? Just to remember that. In the morphine you might be know that is very important, morphine structure. It is not star mark, but that structure is very important, because SR of the morphine you are going to write when you know that morphine structure, otherwise very difficult. This narcotic antagonist for 2 marks very important. 2 structures remember in that, nalorphine and levonorphine. These 2 structures, narcotic antagonist, they will ask for the 2 marks. Don't forget this. When it comes to the anti-inflammatory agents, see non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, these are the non-narcotic analgesic. What you did major mistake in that exam means, you might be all of you remember that you are making major mistake is that I asked the narcotic, but you are writing non-narcotic also. That is wrong, no. Mefenamic acid you are writing in the narcotic analgesic. How it is possible? Not at all that is possible, but you are writing. Non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory, all these drugs will be comes under in the non-narcotic analgesics. Don't mix up with the narcotic and non-narcotic. Narcotic means in that case you remember that one example best, which is you will be have I think 2 examples are there. One is the Two important drugs are there. One is the fentanyl citrate, another one is the methadone hydrochloride. Along with that, remember the structure of loperamide also, because we are using for the motions, loose motions, loperamide. Don't forget that. Narcotic antagonist, it is the same morphine structure only, but at which position? 18th position, I think so. Is it right? Just can you write the position in the message? Narcotic antagonist. Nobody writing that position still. Which position change is there in case of antagonist? No one will write. Oh my God. At the N. I know that, Brigitte, at the N. Means what is that position? Nth position. It is attached to the 17th position, no? Is it right? 17th or 16th? Yeah, N position. 16th. Yeah. 16th. Exactly. That position only, the substitution different. The drugs are same, like morphine only, but the position only vary. Just remember that position. It is more than enough. Then the anti-inflammatory drugs, mefenamic acid, ibuprofen. These are very, very important, along with the naproxen, indomethacin and sulindac. Okay, that all those things, aspirin, paracetamol, all in the lab also there, those structures you can write. But you have to be practice antipyrin, phenylbutazone, along with ibuprofen and mefenamic acid, along with the diclofenac, because the people, they will ask more this diclofenac. Phenacetin we have in the synthesis in the lab exam. Antipyrin also we have, aspirin also we have, paracetamol also we have. All these drugs majorly I hope so. Okay, I think we gone through most of the things. Will you ask any questions, please? You can message me if you want to ask any questions. Mayer and Overton. I told no, that is only the one thing explaining that, especially the anesthetic activity like ether, chloroform, halothane. Based on Mayer Overton only, no. Log P value increases, lipid solubility increases, anesthetic activity increases. Yeah, that's important. I didn't mention Mayer Overton, but I explained that one earlier. Okay. It's a nice question. Nehita Reddy. Evarayya Nehita Reddy? Brigitta. Okay, best explanation. Thank you, Brigitta. If I will be happy if you ask the more questions. Okay, Vasanti, Nehita Reddy. Okay. Please, you can ask the questions. I'm more happy if you ask the questions. Means if you don't ask the question, means no use of this session. You have some doubts, no, in your mind, just type it, please. No problem. Just type it. I'm seeing your messages here. Whatever the doubts you have, somebody they ask, no, like this Mayer and Overton. You can clarify your doubts like that. Any questions, please? No questions? Just you are typing, I think so. Okay. procyclidine and dicyclamine hydrochloride. Very confusing. Procyclidine, if I don't think that is that much important, but dicyclamine, remember, Brigitta. I know that confusing one. Yeah, dicyclamine, prepare that one. ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఎస్ఆర్ ఆఫ్ బార్బిచురేట్స్. అచ్యుత ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తానమ్మా. ఎస్ఆర్ ఆఫ్ ది బార్బిచురేట్స్. బార్బిచురేట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ మై యూట్యూబ్. యూ కెన్ వాచ్ ద యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్. యూ మై చూడడం లేదు. పెద్ద సమస్య ఏంటంటే యు ఆర్ నాట్ వాచింగ్ దట్ ఎస్ఆర్స్, ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్. ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వెరీ వెల్, మోర్ దెన్ ద క్లాస్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. Because here you will get in detail. That's why instead of seeing that reels, no, if you go through that SCR, it is better. Kandukuri Majula, evarayya? SCR of cholineolytics. Cholineolytics means this anticholinergic drugs. Anticholinergic SCR రాయండి. ఎస్ఆర్స్ అన్నీ ఇంపార్టెంటే. వాడు కొన్నిసార్లు అడగకపోవచ్చు కూడా, మళ్ళీ అలా అనుకోవద్దు. సార్ ఎస్ఆర్ అని అంత హైప్ చేశారు. యూ టోల్డ్ ఎస్ఆర్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, బట్ హీ డిడెంట్ ఆస్ ఎస్ఆర్. డోంట్ బ్లేమ్ మీ లైక్ దట్. Barbiturates, 15 points in the SAR. Wow. If they will ask for the 10 marks, you write it. In that 8 points also enough, 8 to 9 points in case of barbiturates. Parasympathomimetic agents. Okay. Prajna. SAR. Okay, but within 2 days you have the exam, when I should take the video and when I post. Yeah, I explained, Nuzifa. I explained both 2 marks also, 10 marks also, what they will be asked. But particularly if you ask which are 2 marks, which are 10 marks, this only they will ask only for 10 marks. These are they will be asked for only 2 marks. It is not like that in the medicinal chemistry. That is the important thing in the medicinal chemistry. 10 marks question they can write, they can ask for the 2 marks also. 2 marks they can ask for the 10 marks also. Vice versa. That's why don't bother. Somebody they wrote history and development of MC. It is important or not? History. Sometimes I think you might be seeing my facial expression, how much it is important sometimes. The next, I don't say to leave that history and development, because I given notes for that also. Any questions, please? I hope, I think you got idea what to prepare. It was helpful or not? It's too lengthy, yeah. Medicinal chemistry 1, it is too lengthy only. Brigitta, I know that you didn't see the question on the history and development of the MC, but our faith is not good means what you will do. That's why I told you 8 to 10, just remember that years names and what they discovered that particular year. I hope this session is helpful for you. ఒక మెసేజ్ అన్నా చేయండి రా. 1 hour కూర్చున్నాను మీకోసము. I sat here for near about 1 hour. Just one message, it was helpful or not? If it is negative also, no problem. Okay, Prajna, good. Yes sir, yes sir. Swarna. It's helpful, Akshaya. But one thing I will tell you, how to tackle this medicinal chemistry. I think, please don't go away. See, already I told you, whatever you know the answer perfectly, you try to write all those things which you know first. Remember that it is the last question or first question, I never bother. లాస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ అయినా ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ అయినా అది ఎక్కడ ఏ నంబర్ క్వశ్చన్ అయినా కానీ ఫస్ట్ వచ్చేటివి రాయండి. దయచేసి ఫస్ట్ ఏవైతే పర్ఫెక్ట్గా వస్తాయో అవి రాయండి. ఏదో ఏమంటారు కదా, నామ్స్ ఏదో ఫిల్ చేయాలి అని కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఫస్ట్ 2 మార్క్స్ అన్నీ రాసేద్దాంలే, తర్వాత 10 మార్క్స్ రాసుకుందాం. Some people what they will be think, first I will write 10 marks first, then I will write 2 marks later. Don't do like that, okay? P value for the partition coefficient important, really, or we leave to physical pharmaceutics? I don't know, I don't go that subject physical pharmaceutics, but I given many examples for that. One example you remember. But what I am saying, whatever the question perfect answer you know, that which you know the perfect answer, try to write those first, okay? Sometimes you know the structure but he didn't ask, try to write the structure, no problem. Internals, tomorrow I will share that internal marks. Drug metabolism very important, Afsana. Drug metabolism is important. First unit problem is that there are the 3 questions they might be asked in the 10 marks. History also, drug metabolism also, partition coefficients also. That is physicochemical properties. Sometimes physicochemical properties they will be asked for the 2 marks. Drug metabolism they will be asked for the 10 marks. It is happen. No need to follow the order. Remember, no need to follow the order while writing the answers, please. If you know the first question 2 marks, first write it 2 marks. Then you want to write the long question 10 marks, you write it if you know perfectly. After 2 marks, write it 10 marks. One question you wrote 2 marks. Then you can go next for the 10 marks also. Again you come back to the 2 marks which you know better. Again you go for the 10. But there it will be the question number should be perfect outside of the margin. That don't forget. Drug metabolism already I told, that's very important. No need to follow order, Brigitte. Then any questions, please? Many of them they are not messaging. Where is Harinath Reddy also not there? Afroz also not there. Okay, booklet maintenance, time management. See, booklet maintenance means I will tell you the benzene structure. I saw some students, entire page they are writing only one benzene structure. Then how we can say that is the maintaining the booklet properly? That one. In the medicinal chemistry, if you are writing 2 lines or 5 lines or 10 lines, he don't see the length, quantity, he will see the quality. That is particular point related to that question, it is there or not, that is very important. Possible, Naresh, first unit నుంచి 2 10 మార్క్స్ కూడా అడగచ్చు, ఇస్తారు 2 10 మార్క్స్ ఇస్తారు. Factors affecting drug metabolism, Apsana, that is very easy. That is the general factors are there, no? Age, pregnancy, different things, gender. You can explain, you are the pharmacy students, what effect it will be there. But remember the parameters names. Don't forget the names. All 9 or 10 parameters also you have to be remember. Factors affecting metabolism, just remember the parameters names. See, the evaluator, I will tell you the structures means 100% no need to be perfect that structure. Sometimes basic structure is there and important substituents are there on that structure, that is more than enough. Okay, more than enough, that is. If you sometimes you will be miss methyl somewhere there here, no problem. Methoxytal sodium very difficult. What I should do? You have to practice now. What you will say? Anything more you are expecting from me more than this? Yeah, Naresh, whatever you wrote in the running notes SAR, you can write in the exam. The same thing will be there. The running notes or any other thing, the same thing will be there. Why you are bothering about that? రాయొచ్చు, బాగా రాయొచ్చు. రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్లో రాసుకున్నాయి అక్కడ. రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ది ఇంకా మంచి నోట్స్. నాకు చెప్తే నేను చెప్తాను, మీకు అర్థమైంది మీరు రాసుకుంటారు కాబట్టి అది మంచిదే. ఎస్, ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్ టు డిస్కస్? Already I share 2 or 3 SARs in the YouTube, but you are not watching even 1 minute or 2 minutes also. Instead of reels, you spend 5 to 10 minutes. Discuss bioisosters with example. Bioisoster with example I given now, that is thiopental sodium, sulfur in another structure oxygen. Sulfur, it will be having the more lipid solubility than the oxygen. Sulfur is the bioisoster for the oxygen. Isosters means what? They are the isomers to each other sterically. Sterically means what? In the valence, both they are same. Oxygen have the valency 2, sulfur also have the valency 2. That's called the bioisosters. Isosters means same isosters. Isosters means sterically both are same, both they will be having the same valency. That's why bioisosters monovalent, bivalent, trivalent, tetravalent. Means trivalent you can replace with the trivalent, divalent you can replace with the divalent, monovalent you can replace with the monovalent. Remember this. That is the isosters. I hope it is clear, Brigita. For 10 marks, isosters, 10 marks, yeah, classification you can write 2 to 3 examples, you can give, more than enough. 4-5 classes are there in that, and 2-3 examples, more than enough. You will be asked for 10 marks also. Enough 10 marks for a 10 marks. Yes. Yeah, Nazifa, correct. Examiners, they will check the structures compared to the matter. Matter is secondary for them. Structure is very important. Matter means don't forget the headings. Headings you are going to buy heart or whatever it might be. As it is, you have to be write the same headings, you have to be decorate. Under that matter less, no problem. But the structure is much more important. Good question. You can disturb me anytime, I am available. Day and night I am available for you, no problem. It's not like that, now only you can ask. Yes. Other than that, okay, Prajna. Then any doubts? Other than that, I know Prajna, she is watching my videos. all the videos she is watching. But some of them they still not subscribed up to this time. I cannot beg for that, that's your wish. But most of them they didn't subscribe. 50% of students they didn't subscribe from the second years. I don't know. మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయాలంటే నేనేమో డ్యాన్స్ చేయాలేమో. డ్యాన్స్ చేయడం నాకు రాదులే. Yes, shall we end the session or shall we continue? If you want to ask the question means we will continue, otherwise we will end the session. What you will say? Just message me. Yeah, SAR of the succinamide important. Ethosuccinamide is there now. Same succinamide and barbiturate SAR, both the SARs are same. Here the succinic acid, there is the barbituric acid. Chandrika, Tanegondi, thank you. Inka succinamide, barbiturates the same, just the position little bit it will be structurally means only one is 5-membered succinamide and that is the 6-membered barbituric acid, that only the difference. SAR it is almost all the points 90% same. Thank you, Brigitta. She is writing, thanks for the sacrifice and your time. The last session really helped in my exam. This will do too. If it is helpful for you, that is more than enough for me, Brigitta. And you wrote well only. I saw your internal paper. It's good. This time, most of them they wrote well. Some of them 3-4 guys they wrote only the structures. ఎన్ని స్ట్రక్చర్లు కావాలి సార్ తీసుకోండి అని రాసి పడేశారు నాకు. బట్ ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ విత్ దట్. ఎనీథింగ్ అదర్ దెన్ దట్? ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్లీజ్? Shall we end the session? If you need to end the session means I will end it. Please just message me, then I will end. Don't think like that, what I will think. Okay then. Okay, take care and be dare to write and don't be afraid, don't be tense. Whatever you know, try to write. If you are afraid you will be tense means whatever you know that also you will forget. Okay? Mind should be the peaceful. You should have the confidence. That is more than enough. Okay, thank you everyone and thank you very much and good night. Take care. Okay, bye. I will end the session then.